Hello everyone, welcome back to Gospel News, where we give you endless updates on as you take the go. Let's go straight to the reason why we are here today. While I don't bust out with this one where we want invade Niger Republic, when the president of Nigeria, what do they call Tinubu, said that military action will be taken against the military junta when operate coup in Niger Republic. Everybody don't come out, most people don't come out. Come they tell and say, don't do that too. But in no go here, even the presidential candidate of PDP just concluded the election, where they call Atiku Abubakar, still don't come out, come warn him. But he get one warning, we be say pass other warning, when I go still let on I know here. Look at it here, don't go to war with the Niger Republic. Atiku calls for diplomatic engagement. Say that it is a senseless war in case Tinubu wants to embark on such. Now look at the warning that has drawn my attention with other warnings when we don't see since. War on Niger Republic will be war on northern Nigeria by Professor Usman Yusuf. I don't feel laugh. When I don't hear them for the very first time, they don't react. They don't tell you it's a war on Niger Republic, because those Fulanis that are wreaking havoc in Nigeria, the majority of them are coming in from Niger Republic. Tinubu, sorry, may God no allow them, because they will show you pepper. When I see what they don't already use Tinubu eye, they see for Niger Republic. They say Ebola, Tinubu. They just go find all the worst pictures. All right. Una don't see them. Say the people of Niger Republic, they for their military, they support their military. 101 million %, no be small one, be that too. They support their military. They say, may they carry go, remove the, what did they call them? Remove the so-called democratic government. We no agree bring development for their country, rather only to loot money. Now in the Sabi, they say that gunmen killed 2 police officers' sons, angel wife in Jigawa State. See the insecurity when they for Nigeria will never feel contain and finish. Now to carry war enter another country. Now in Tinubu won't do. We still dey here, sit down for our chair. They watch, they look how it go take end. It will never end well. Just take a look at what happened in Russia. Russia, I think, say within 2-3 weeks, say the military operation, so-called military operation, will be ended in Ukraine. But today, now so the war don't reach 1 year, they reach 2 years, they reach 3 years. Now so weapon they fire. Today, Russia don't they throw their missiles, they enter inside Moscow. Now so Moscow go they complain, say this is a terrorist attack. I can't they talk say, share the one when Russia they throw into Kyiv. That one no be a terrorist attack. That is stupidity. In as much as those ones no concern me, everybody have their own reason for doing one thing or the other. But the way when we always reason sometimes, no be so it they go. So may we go into details and see why an attack on Niger Republic will be an attack on northern Nigeria. Una they say not, all of them not the same. But Tinubu go there, the mumu himself. Oh, yeah, may show power now. He no say this country is not for him. Let me dispense with any political correctness and say it loud and clearly that any attempt to invade Niger Republic by a Nigerian-led ECOWAS army in the guise of safeguarding democracy will be a declaration of war on northern Nigeria and its people, because we are the ones that we bear the full brunt of this misguided war. We in the region will not support any act of unprovoked aggression against Niger Republic under any pretense. We in the north are tired of wars. We have been at war with Boko Haram for 14 years and for 9 years with bandits and Fulani terrorist kidnappers. Fulani now, he say na bandit. You don't name them another thing. You know, talk and say na them Fulani still they cause the terrorism where they happen for that side. According to this man, where they call Yusuf, he say thousands of our people continue to be killed and kidnapped while millions have been displaced from their ancestral homes, including the 300,000 that have sought refuge as IDPs in Niger Republic. Our economy, education, infrastructure, and social fabric have all been devastated. How can we support any foreign war when our house is on fire? At a time when Nigeria is facing the worst insecurity of our lifetime, with now setting corruption, bad governance, youth unemployment, and drug abuse, discontent of the citizenry, excruciating poverty brought about by chaotic economic policies, a military invasion of Niger Republic will be reckless with grave consequences beyond the sub-region. Instead of starting a new war, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should channel all his energy on finding ways to stop the bloodshed in our land by ending the wars on Boko Haram and banditry ASAP as soon as possible, reconcile warring communities, resettle all IDPs, and rebuild our communities and the region's economy. Niger Republic is a landlocked country with a total area of 1,267,000 kilometers squared. Northern Nigeria shares with it a vast 1,100 kilometer long border stretching along Nigeria's entire northwesterly to the northeasterly border. The 7 northern states of Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, Jigawa, Yobe, and Borno share a common religious, cultural, and ethnic, which is Zabanwas, Hausas, Fulanis, and Kanuris heritage with their kinsmen in Niger. So some of these people will not still they call Nigerians, they are still Niger people. The condition that led to the recent pandemic of military coups in ECOWAS sub-region are unfortunately present in all 15 member countries. Military coups, though unacceptable and retrogressive, will continue to be a looming danger to democratic government in the region as long as the political class continue to ignore the sufferings of their people and keep on perpetuating corruption, bad governance, flawed electoral processes, impunity that push their people deeper into poverty, hopelessness, and worsening insecurity. When I hear him, now waiting this man they talk, he say na then they for the forefront of bearing the brunt of this war. Say anytime we be say this Niger people fire any missile, say na their territory go first land before you go talk about any other place when Yoruba people or even any other ethnic group they for the country. The coup in Niger resulted from ethnic and geopolitical power play. The ethnic dimension is that the Zabamwas, which is Zamas, who are the second largest ethnic group, 22%, after the Hausas, 53%, have always dominated the military and power since independence in 1960. Military coups happen each time anyone from the other ethnic groups, Hausa, Fulani, Tuareg, and or Arab, are in power. Mohammed Bazoum is an Arab ethnic group, which is 0.44% in the country. So he not even reach 1%. He became the president. Resource control and proxy war between Russia and NATO are the geopolitical factors that are in play here. Niger is the world's 7th biggest producer of uranium, which is widely used for nuclear energy, radiation, cancer therapy, and in nuclear weapons. In spite of its rich mineral resources, Niger remains one of the poorest countries in the world. It has been plagued by recurrent droughts, worsening climate change, and the presence of terrorist groups such as Boko Haram. France has been exploiting the country's rich mineral resources with little or no benefit to the country or its people. Mona hear the story of the war before na take on a judgment. Now in this man now, where they call Usman Yusuf, they tell us. Now, another natural resource in play is Nigerian gas, which is to be transported through the Trans-Sahara gas pipeline from Warri, Nigeria, and end in Hassi Ramel, Algeria, where it would connect to existing pipelines leading to Europe. Europe sees this project as a potential opportunity to diversify its gas resources as Russia's war in Ukraine continues. America and its NATO partners are unsettled by Russia's inroad into Africa through the Wagner Group, which is already deployed to African countries like Libya, Sudan, Mozambique, Madagascar, Central African Republic, and Mali, focusing principally on protecting the ruling elite and critical infrastructures. As payment, Wagner's boss, Prigozhin, receives exclusive right to mining minerals such as gold. Now, they say the ECOWAS has literally declared war on Niger Republic by imposing biting economic sanctions on a country heavily dependent on foreign aid. It has ordered closure of borders with member states and imposed a no-fly zone, hoping to curb the junta's influence and hinder any potential allies from providing area support. The junta has also been given a week's ultimatum starting from July 31st, 2022 to vacate power or face military action. July 31st, 2023, Nigeria has unilaterally terminated the treaty between the two countries signed in the 60s for Nigeria to provide electricity to Niger in exchange that it will not obstruct the flow of water to the country's hydroelectric dams in Jeba and Kainji, which is the Kainji Dam. This treaty has ensured that Nigeria supplies 70% of Niger's electricity. Today, Niamey, the capital city, is in darkness, while many leaders of African Francophone countries are severing ties with their colonial masters, severing ties, which is cutting ties with their colonial masters, which is France. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his desperate desire to gain international legitimacy for his government, is blindly dragging Nigeria into the dangerous waters of the proxy war between Russia and NATO without consulting with or seeking the consent of the people or their elected representatives. Now, so this matter take bill. Mona, let us know wetin una the reason on top of this war. We won't start soon. Today is the end of the ultimatum given by ECOWAS, although Senate has refused to give a nod to Tinubu's request to, invade Niger Republic. Let us know the next line of action that Tinubu would want to take, or would he want to use his veto power to invade Niger Republic just to please his masters abroad? Nobody knows. All the same, they don't cut electricity to that country. This is not going to end well. Anyways, let's see. Other countries don't carry out support to give them. Where is that one where they cut off light? Oh, that's where I'm looking for. That's the one I am looking for, where they cut off light to these people. Wow, Niger is in problem. Niger is in problem. Niger is in problem. But let's see how it is going to be, Sha. Let me play you this video now. Watch.
As foreign nationals flee, the situation they're leaving behind looks increasingly precarious. Nigeria, which supplies 70% of Niger's electricity, has cut its power supply to put pressure on coup leaders. Niamey has calmed after protests supporting the junta turned violent on Sunday, but the mood is still tense. The junta shows no sign of backing down, despite ultimatums from the ECOWAS bloc of West African nations to reinstate ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. It warned it could use military force as a last resort.
All right, una don hear from the horse's mouth. Now, so the matter take view. Una let us know on this issue of police officers when their children die. So we'll talk about that one on the next update. But for this one now, where they happen for Niger Republic, it be like say the northern Nigeria don't support Niger Republic who carry their own, can't support them. Tinubu or Yolo, and this one could lead to coup in Nigeria as well. I'm telling you now that since the North have supported Niger Republic, it could lead to coup in Nigeria as well, whilst military might want to take over in Nigeria. Forget all those assurances where they say Chief of Army Staff don't tell on us say and democracy upon democracy in Nigeria. And so then they talk. They know they trust man or they know they trust anything, politics in Nigeria or anywhere in the world again. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.